Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Kevin Shirk here, the Indiana Jones nerd, yet again. And today we're going to be doing a little fun project. We're going to take the Indiana Jones 5 Dial of Destiny trailer, and we're going to shuffle everything around, and I'm going to do my best to try and guess the chronological order of everything here. Let me just pull up this on my phone here so I can follow the chat. Alright, so welcome as everybody joins us here. We're just going to get started here. So so they released this trailer. This is obviously the D23 trailer. What's up, Bryce? Oops. And so we're just going to go one shot at a time and try to get this thing in order best we can. Well, for the time being, I guess I'll just hang on to that whole piece. Hello. So yeah, this trailer, obviously it's kind of all over the place. It starts in the Morocco part of the film, which is somewhere kind of in the middle of the film itself, and jumping all over the place here. So this is going to definitely take a little bit of doing. And you guys, chime in if you have any questions, any comments about the movie here. Alright, so this is the underwater stuff, which I'm putting after Morocco. Alright, do you believe the time travel theories? Yes, I do. I definitely believe that time travel will be involved in the film, in a major way. I think there's a lot of, probably false information out there, so you have to kind of be careful. But, yeah, that's where I'm standing right now. To me, and actually we'll kind of go over this here. We're definitely going to be covering that because we're taking this trailer apart, and there are going to be a few parts which are, to me, evidence of time travel. So we'll definitely be discussing those as they come. And eventually I am probably going to edit in some of the leaked photos and things like that are already out there. So there's definitely going to be a big fun project to be had here, and we'll definitely tie together a lot of those leaks and hints about time travel and all that. Okay, so this is the cavern scene, which is going to be... let me see where we are here. Okay, so currently, I think the underwater scene is before the Cefalu stuff and the Sicily stuff. That's what I'm going off of for now. Alright, so we'll go with that. Alright, and here is some of our World War II stuff, and things are going to get really tricky here because obviously I believe that we're going to be visiting this World War II timeline twice in the film. I think the opening part of the film is going to be Indy in this World War II adventure, and I think near the end of the film we are going to get older Indy and Helena to travel back and take part in that as well. Let me see. I put my phone a little far. It's kind of hard to see what people are saying. Let me see. Do you think Indy will get his eye patch in Indy 5 like George Hull in Young Indy? Yeah, I thought about this. I am thinking no. Because Disney doesn't really care about Young Indy, and those those bookends, to me it seems like they're not really canon anymore. But hard to say. And so here's, first let me snag this little clip here. Alright, so here is our first and one of our best hints that there's going to be a time travel element. This is, of course, Helena, the Phoebe Waller-Bridge character here, on this motorcycle during the World War II section of the film, the second World War II section. And of course there is a reverse shot which actually shows her face in this scene. It was only included in the D23 trailer, and I do have a copy of that, so I am going to include that in this project here. But for now, it goes at the end. And that's kind of the other thing that's sort of interesting is, like, are certain things in the World War II segment at the beginning of the film going to be repeated? So are some of these scenes things that I should probably be putting into the next section there? For now, we'll move on. As you guys know, I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. I've been really following this thing since it started off. And I made a few of those videos which are putting all of the leaked footage in chronological order and things like that. So I sort of consider myself like an expert. And we'll see how good of a job I do.
Those days have come and gone. Perhaps not. I don't believe.
Alright. And this one is after. Okay, so that's, I see. So this should be one of the last bits here before, well, I'll just space that a little. There we are. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? I hope everybody had a good New Year. Let me know what you've been up to. Bryce says, do you think Sallah will just have a cameo? Yeah, I think... he could be like a Marcus character. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, to be honest, because let's go back and let's take a look at him. So this is definitely New York. You can tell with the taxi cabs and all of this. And Saul is talking about how he misses the desert and the sea and all of these adventures and things. So, in my mind, Sallah is now a professor at, a university in America, in New York or something. Maybe a direct colleague of Dr. Jones at the same university that he is now teaching. So I think Sallah is going to probably function kind of like Marcus did in the early movies. So he's in Raiders of the Lost Ark in particular. So he's not going along for the adventure, in my opinion. But he, he'll get a few, maybe a 5 minutes of screen time, hopefully. Something comparable to what Marcus got. Let's see. At 53 seconds in the trailer, you can see a light behind Indy, and it looks a lot like the light Indy and Marion tied together during the opening of the... Yeah, I've heard a few people say that. I don't subscribe to that theory, because... I mean, it's just such a minor thing. Any excavation could possibly have a light like that, so I don't really buy that is that they time traveled to that scene in Rise of the Lost Ark or whatever. Alright. And here's the cavern. Yeah, it'll be interesting to put these all side by side and try and figure out how things kind of relate to each other here. As I said, we've definitely got some great leaked pictures and things like that from the set from last year and the year before. So once we do this, I'm going to publish this, the trailer, but then I'm going to do another one, which is going to be the trailer and all leaked photographs to try to make a mini movie here. Let's see. Okay, train. Yes.
What?
Alright, and this is during our... here we are. So I'm putting that at the beginning. So I'm going to be putting this at the end of the parade. Or, at least during the... later in the scene, during the action scene there. Alright. Okay, yeah, I could see that this shot happens right after that shot. Alright. Alright, so this is at Bamborough. Let me see what this one was again. Alright, this is also at Bamborough. Alright, so here he still has the bag here, and then the next shot will be the bag coming off. Perfect. Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? So I never really like paid attention too much to this. So this is the mounted gun on the train, and it's clearly very busy. There seems to be probably another airplane that is attacking this thing and that it's shooting back at. Interesting. Wonder how he gets on the train. Oh, he gets on the motorcycle to get on the train. Yeah, that's right. Alright. Whoops. So, Indy has probably been knocked unconscious or led by gunpoint onto the plane that Helena chased the motorbike just as it's about to take off. Yeah, something like that, probably. Either knocked out or maybe tied up or something. And actually, that's one of our very next shots here. Alright, perfect. Alright, and this is a very brief little shot right here. So this is, to me, the older Indy that I've mentioned before. Thank you to Zhao for pointing that shot out to me. Alright. And then we have this shot. And this could be a shot which ends up in both the beginning and the end here. I'm going to put it like that for now. I'm not sure how that one's going to all come together. Alright, and then I am going to drag this bit out here so you can see that. Alright, let's get back where we are here. When the plane passes through a time portal, causing the engine to fail, so Helena and Indy have to parachute out just before the plane ditches. That's a good idea. Yeah, so the portal somehow causes the damage. Yeah, that's good thinking. Alrighty. And here's the part where Indy gets his gear, which is going to be included here, although not quite in this order. And there is a few other shots that we're going to slip in there. Alrighty, and this shot of Indy picking up the dial, it looks like the hands of older Indy, and it is connected to a few things here. For the time being, I'm gonna keep these together. Okay. Gonna put that right there. We are on the same page. Hell yeah.
I've come to believe it's not so much things I can't explain. Things. I've seen things. Times in my life. Believe in magic.
Perhaps not.
Wow. Alright, so here is the kind of mysterious shot. I think this comes near the end. I think... I mean, the thought I just had was that this is like the last calm before the storm. Is like they're at a dig site and like they're having like a conversation, maybe Indy and Helena, and you have him say that line, so he has like his moment. I don't know. It just seems to me like this is like a late in the film type of scene. So that's what I'm gonna go with for now. But it should be before all the time travel stuff. I'm not sure where to put this exactly. Is this part of like Cefalù, Sicily, or is it part of like Morocco? You know, because we've seen plenty of scenes in both of those countries, but none of them take place at night. Oh, what do you think will be the new animal, like snakes and bugs? Someone says bats. That's a good one. Eels and snakes. Yeah, we saw those eels. Oh, hey, Xiao. How are you, buddy? Yeah, we definitely saw those eels. I know a lot of people have said that bees would be a good one. But it's possible, it might be just the eels. I'm not sure. Hey, Indy Nerd, will you be doing a watch-along with all 4 movies before Indy 5 releases? Yeah, I should do that. We were talking about, we were talking about doing one of Last Crusade, for Christmas, but it just didn't really come together. But that's a good idea. I should definitely look at that. Thanks for the idea. Oh, Jao says maybe this is Indy talking to himself. Yeah, because it is like the... you know, the sort of sky of the World War II segment of the film. Well, oof. Very interesting. So I'm thinking the sky here, after what Zhao said, maybe this sky here is kind of matching the sky here. This one's not quite as dark. Very interesting. there's obviously like some scenes missing here, and we don't have like the full context of everything. But I will go with that, I guess. All right, so. Very, very interesting. Alright, yeah, so we will go ahead and put that here with the second of the World War II things. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I think I am going to just stretch this part out. Because this is obviously, in the movie, it's not being used as like a voiceover. It's just going to be him talking. So I am going to include his whole
I don't believe in magic.
Dialogue here.
But a few times in my life.
Well, let's do it like that, so it's a little bit brighter.
I don't believe in magic. But a few times in my life. I've seen things. Things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe.
Alright.
How hard you believe it. It's how hard you believe it.
Oh.
It's how hard you believe it.
Okie dokie, here we go.
What you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
Okay. Let's see what you guys have to say there. It's got to be the Sallah airport scene. Oh, you think that this is part of the Sallah airport scene? I don't really think so, because let's see how this guy looks. I mean, to me, like, the lighting, Like, this is clearly, like, they're in the city. But this one is, like, clearly they're in the middle of nowhere. So for a time being, I'm happy where I put it, I guess. Let me see. Because he looks the same as he does in that scene. Oh, Indy. Indy looks the same, you're saying? I mean, I could see what you're saying. You know, the lighting is, like, totally different. I think the shirt's a different color, unless it's the lighting again. But it looks like a clearly different color shirt to me. Yeah. So that's where I'm standing right now. By the end of the movie, in the World War II section, that's what John Myra says. Yep. Hello from Evansville. Not same shirt. That's what Joe says. I think the moment when Indy comes back to his office happens after the chase, and he tells Marion, "This is going to be my last adventure." It happens after the Apollo 11 chase. Is that what you're saying? I still don't believe Indy will time travel to the first scene in the 40s. Okay, so that's one vote against. But let me go back to what Jack said. He says that the office scene will happen after the parade scene, which is different from what I was thinking. Speaking of parade, here we go. Well, there's a lot of little scenes to be had here. Alright, let's find where our parade stuff is here. It's gotta be one of these few. Okay, so this is when Indy's walking. And there's gonna be a bunch of things that we don't have in the trailer of them, pre-chase scene. But for now, all we have is this chase scene stuff. So I'm just gonna put everything. And this is cut in a way so that it's like the car stops and Indy is still like escaping as he looks back. So I'll probably just, I'll put it there, but I think I might just put a little slicey right here. Because this could be something that gets chopped up after I bring in all the leaked pictures and videos. Alright, Jack says, yep, after the Apollo 11 chase, and then we could have a scene where Indy talks with Marion and they talk together. Yeah, definitely could be the case. I kind of have a slightly different idea of the chain of events. So for the purpose of my video, I'm gonna go with the way that I'm seeing it. Because the way I'm seeing it is that the world the chase happens, and then you get the Sallah scene, wherever that is.
Those days have...
And then you get this scene. But I don't know. Alright, let's see, where are we?
That's how hard you believe it.
Okay, and this is where Indy grabs his hat. It should be this one. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to talk to my dad real quick. Alrighty. And... okay, so this is the cave stuff, which is here. Alright. Would love to see Indy on horseback jump over that red car as it pulls up sharp, turning sideways. No, I think they're both heading in the same direction, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but I seem to remember that the car and the horse are both, like, heading in the same direction. Like, he's being chased. But, yeah, when we do the second part of this, and we bring in all those leaked things, then we can kind of go from there. Alright. And here's this guy who's not Thomas Kretschmann. Here we are. Alright, so this is... whoa! It's gonna go there. Oh no, wait a minute. Okay, this needs to go over here. This is kind of... Interesting. I wonder if this could possibly be... the same explosion there. We'll see. Okay. Let's see, where are we? Oh, here it is. Sorry, my phone is getting a little low on battery. It keeps going off. What up, Indiana Jones Hangar? Yeah, I'll definitely post this on my channel. And I am going to do a second version of this, which will include all of the leaked like photos and different things like that to try to, you know, represent as much as we can of this movie. I enjoyed the leaked footage from D23, got me excited before the trailer dropped. Hell yeah. And Jack says, I'm just speculating what could be happening in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Well, here's how we're gonna find out. Let's piece it all together. No, I have no idea. Let's see, where were we? Alright, so put that in there, and then here's this punch. Good thing is these clips are all I was just gonna say these are all like just cuts. They're not like fading from one shot to the next, so it makes it a little easier. But I'm just wondering now about this World War II segment here at the beginning, because we see him, he's in disguise, and he has that hood. But then, after that, he seems to escape. He gets in this chase, and he's still dressed like that. So, it's kind of hard to say, for some of these other shots, like this one right here, is this before he gets caught or after when he's trying to escape? I'll just put it there for now. Alright, here's our Boyd. And this is going to come right after Indy punches this guy over here during the chase. Indy! Let's see what you guys are saying here. Alright. Just released my Crystal Skull rewrite from Indiana Jones Hangar. Okay, we'll check that out. You can see that the big and tall bodybuilder guy is handcuffed under waterfall at 1:11. Huh. Oh, that's just about where I am here. Oh, okay, so that's Oliver Richter's then? Yeah, I guess you're right, that's Oliver Richter's, huh? Yeah, that's not a great position to be stuck in. I wonder if that could possibly be like a death by eels here. Maybe. Alright, let me go back. Alright, so that was Toby Jones. Oh, and let me double check what everyone's saying here. Here, I'm gonna just do it like this. The bodybuilder is named Hawk. Just a heads up. Yep, that's right. Alright, not too many scenes from the 1944 period. Well, actually, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of shots in this trailer of it, to be honest. A lot of them are still coming up. Am I the only one who wants to see a Willie Scott cameo? Temple of Doom is number 1 for me. I feel like not a lot of people would care too much about that. In an early script for Indiana Jones 4, she and many other legacy characters were supposed to appear at the wedding, but that didn't happen in the end. Alright. That Hawk pops up at the end of the clip as the group pull guns out. Yeah, I've seen that. Oliver character gonna get a horrible death like the rest of the bad guys. Indy faced up again. Yeah. So true. So this motion of the cut here is a little deceiving because it feels like it's all taking place at the same time, but it's definitely not. Because this is in a car and the other one's in a train. Alright, and this is gonna be... let me see what the sound is right here. And the famous Millennium Falcon shot here. Whoops. Bring it back, bring it back. Shoot, where'd it go? What's happened here? Shoot, this is super annoying. I may have lost something here. Alright, alright, let's go back and just kind of double check everything here. Alright, so I'm going to forget about that for now. Alright, here's this bit. Which goes here. And this is the train. What's this bit? Oh, that's that. Okay, and then here's where we need... this shot. I just need to go back here really quick though, because I'm afraid I may have accidentally hit my undo button and shoot. Damn it. Yeah, I seem to have gone back and undid a few of those. Okay, so there's that shot. Okay, how about this shot? Sorry guys, I have to cover my tracks here. Okay, so we do have that. Okay. How about this one? Yes. Alright, this guy. Is gonna go somewhere here. Now, where did I say this was going? Not sure what part of this scene it's going, but I'll put it there for now. And here's our Lloyd Hallbrook moment. I might just include the audio of this one, just to be thorough. All right. Let me just keep this open a little bit so I can see what's going on. Alright, take care, Indiana Jones hangar. I think some of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is somewhat based on Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that because of like the Greek and Mediterranean vibe. Which is, one of the most prevalent theories, which I don't really think is true, personally. But I love Fate of Atlantis. I'd love if they adapt it one day. Joe sent me a YouTube link with a cool cut of Raiders trailer with Dial of Destiny vibe. Oh, that's cool. Alright, take care, Mr. Indiana Jones Hangar. I'm excited for the merchandise of both action figures and Lego sets from both original movies and Dial of Destiny. Yeah, dude, hell yeah, it's gonna be so good. Yeah, you saw we had some very, very minor sort of news. I mean, uninformative news yesterday. Well, this week, I should say, basically. I'm sure you saw the video. There's a really badass set gonna be coming. Excuse me. In April or so for Indiana Jones, but we don't know for sure if it's Chachapoyan Temple or what. Chris says same thing. And my friend Dwee too is here. What up, buddy? Dwee is one of my old college chums. So nice to see you on here, my friend. Alright, and I believe I did put that there, yes. And I believe I did put that. Should be here. Ooh. That needs to be over here. Okay. Now, the Millennium Falcon shot. I think we will see this plane in the beginning of the film, but it'll kind of like, be like sort of left unresolved. And only at the end of the film do we learn the whole story of this. All right, so here's an interesting thought. Is this gonna be the so? Let's say, for sake of example, we assume that there's gonna be time travel in this movie. So is this gonna be the type of time travel that you can go back and change the past, or is this gonna be um, like a what's it called? Predetermined fate type of thing, which has become very uncommon, to be honest, in movies and stuff. Usually, Hollywood movies, they're gonna make a movie where you can change the past, but I guess Tenet is an example of one which was not. But anyways, so here's our airplane here, and I'm gonna put that here. April was when all the Indy stuff will hit the stores, says Joey. I originally thought Indy 5 was going to be called Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings and being based on the game and book not released. No, it's a great Indiana Jones story, and one that, man, it's really a shame that video game got canceled because it looked really good. And you can actually see there's footage of the Xbox version of that game, Staff of Kings, that got canceled. So really unfortunate. I'm excited about the Lego set, says Zhao. Soon we'll get an update on that for sure. Dwee says, glad to see you got the old channel up and running again. Maestro, yep, thanks my friend. Yeah, that was pretty annoying. A few weeks not knowing what's going to happen, but now we're good to go. One of the Lego sets I would love to see they could do is Marion's bar fight. The Raven bar. Yes, I'd love it. Yeah, Zhao says the same. In the film Frequency, they were able to change the past. Yeah, that would be a kind of common example of like a Hollywood time-related movie. Very rare for them to have like the predetermined future type of time travel story. Sorry, anyways, I'm supposed to be working on this. Alright, let's see. Alright, so here's where I have that segment. Oh, I did put that there, yes. Alrighty, and here, this is earlier in the film. I believe that is, whoops. I believe that is Indy fighting Thomas Kretschmann there. And that's probably one of the last things. Alright, and here is our Hawk, Oliver Richter's. And now some of the Fez Baracco stuff here, which we haven't seen much of that for a long time. this, yes. Yeah, there's no important audio there, so I'll get rid of that audio. Alright, Fizz Morocco. So these are definitely two shots that don't quite go together. This is going to be a ton of work, I think. Alright, I'm going to break all of this up for time being. That is going to be a good chase. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, so it looks like that's right after that. So that's perfect. I didn't even think about that. Alright. Alright, I will keep this together for now, just because it seems to flow pretty well. Alright, and here's our train again. Now, do I think this goes before or after Indy fights Thomas Kretschmann? I feel like Thomas Kretschmann would be like the last person that he fights. Alright, and at this particular moment, my gut is saying that this is the order. I don't know. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Retroblasting did a video on Indiana Jones action figures from the release of Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. Yeah, I've watched I watch Retroblasting sometime. Good channel. Um, in that video, he also showed how to make a proper Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones figure. I don't remember that part. One of the Lego sets I want to see is the train from the World War II sequence in the film. Yeah, actually, I did a poll on my channel here of 5 scenes that I think they could make a Lego set, and I asked what people want, and far and away, that train chase is the scene that everybody wants. Alright, Bryce says, what's your ranking of the Indy movies? Oh, interesting. So yours is Crystal Skull first? Because that certainly makes you a one-of-a-kind fella there. I mean, definitely Raiders is, I think, my number one. I've been going back and forth between Last Crusade, because sometimes I feel like Last Crusade is my favorite, but the last few months I feel like Temple of Doom. I've enjoyed Temple of Doom more than Last Crusade. So usually it's Raiders, Crusade, Temple, King of the Crystal Skull. But right now I think it's Raiders of the Lost Ark, then Last Crusade. Sorry, Raiders of the Lost Ark, then Temple of Doom, then Last Crusade, then Indy 4. So pretty much the order that they were made. Will you be inserting all the TikTok footage that's been posted into this? Yeah, so we're doing 2 versions of this. First, this is going to be one video, and I'm going to post this video when it's done, which is going to be just the footage from the trailer. And then I'm going to do a second one, which will also incorporate all of the leaked photos and videos and everything. Exactly. Yeah, and there's like a ton there, so that'll be interesting. Alright, let's see, what else you guys saying? Do you think Marion will just have a cameo? And Jack responded, he says, I don't think Marion will not have just a cameo. She could be in different scenes in the film and at the end of the movie. I mean, it seems like Marion's not really in the movie. From, all of these, like, we've seen a lot of scenes. And if she was, and we've seen a lot of, like, leaked photos and things like that of them on location. It seems like if Marion was part of the adventure, we would have seen her by now. So, to me, if you want to say cameo, same thing with Sallah, like, she'll get some screen time, like, a good, hopefully 5 minutes or so, maybe near the beginning of the film. Just kind of show where Indy's life is right now. So basically what Jack said, like, she'll be in the movie, but just not like a ton of screen time. I feel like it's strange how Oliver Richter's character is wielding a PPSH-41 SMG at the end of the trailer. It's 1969, and there are so many newer weapons he and his henchmen can use. MP5 or M16, etc. Oh, interesting. I don't know anything about that. So thanks for educating me there. Very interesting. Bryce says Crystal Skull is my favorite. That's so interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've watched a film many times. Obviously, like, there's a lot to enjoy. It was we're talking about King of the Crystal Skull right now. It was just like a shock when you saw it, because for 20 years, I mean, pretty much my whole lifetime up until that point, I had grown up with the Indiana Jones movies. There were 3 Indiana Jones movies, and it ended with Last Crusade, which was like the perfect sort of bow on it. And, it ended with like the Holy Grail, and it's like a Christian artifact. And it just sort of seemed like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull took it in a direction that, like, people just weren't ready for at all. I think if we had got more Indiana Jones films, and then people would and then they made King of the Crystal Skull. Then there would have been so many different ideas out there already. People would probably have been more willing to accept it. But I don't know. But yeah, definitely let me know what's your favorite thing about King of the Crystal Skull. Why is that your favorite movie? Because that's it's always interesting to hear people's points of view on that. All right, Michael Wilson says early leaked gossip suggests Marion would be seen briefly near the beginning and end of the film. Yes, a definite labor of love doing those two videos. Good luck. Thank you, my friend. Chris says my ranking is Temple of Doom, Raiders, Lost Crusade, Crystal Skull. Crystal Skull holds a special place in my heart because it's the only indie movie I got to see in the theaters. My favorite of the series, says Jack, is Raiders of the Lost Ark, and the first Indiana Jones movie I saw was King of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, it's interesting, sort of a slight difference in the generation. Although I wasn't old enough to see the Indiana Jones movies when they were in theaters, the original three, but I grew up with them. On VHS and all of that. And then, you have people who are, teenagers or maybe even in their 20s now, in some situations that maybe they had never seen an Indiana Jones movie before. And so King of the Crystal Skull was sort of their introduction to Indiana Jones. So yeah, it's interesting to see from that perspective what some of the different... viewpoints overall on the series are. Alright. And of course, this whole segment right here is something that we have a nice footage from way up at the top. Actually, it seemed like it was much higher. But we have some footage from way high up on top of the buildings of this shot right here. So as I'm editing this, I'm seeing certain things that I am anticipating for the next part of this, and getting excited. Here we go. The DL channel says, I'm curious, if a Fate of Atlantis film was made in 94-95, who would you cast as the characters? I'd cast Sigourney Weaver as Dr. Sophia Hapgood. Very interesting. And maybe Michael Sheard as Klaus Kerner. Who's that? Is that the I bought that for $1 guy? Oh, Admiral Ozzel as Klaus Kerner. Interesting. Oh wow, he was in Force 10 from Navarone. He played Adolf Hitler. Whole Guard on the Western Front. Oh, he was the U-boat captain. And played Adolf Hitler again in. So he would have been. He would have been a good Indiana Jones and Lucasfilm veteran. Oh, very interesting selection. Yeah. All right. If Fate of Atlantis was made in the 90s, I had always kind of said, what's the Julianne Moore? Because she's the most well-known redheaded actress of that era in my mind. She obviously played in a Spielberg adventure movie, Jurassic Park 2. But I don't. I'm sure there are other people who would probably be better at figuring that out for me, but she seemed like a sort of obvious nominee at least. And I never really thought too much about some of the other characters. I mean, it's basically just Kerner and the Doctor, the two main Nazi characters. I guess there are some other characters here and there, but they don't have a ton of screen time. Hard to say, but yeah, that's a great question. I'd love to hear any other ideas. All right. When you dropping the footage, do you think the Dial of Destiny has a deeper meaning than just a title? So when you ask when are you dropping the footage, are you asking when I am going to be publishing this video? Is that what you're asking? So I am going to edit this video and hopefully tonight publish it. And then we'll do another one maybe tomorrow or over the course of a few days or something. Yeah, let's see. Okay, Chris says, I love how the aliens and Russians tie in with the 50s setting in Crystal Skull. I was born in 99. Last Crusade was my introduction to Indy. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a George Lucas type of idea, and he's, he has great ideas. I mean, look at the Indiana Jones movies and the Star Wars movies. He comes up with some great stuff, and I think there is a lot of great stuff in there, and I appreciate the way that he ties things together. Very interesting with the Russians and the 50s culture, and aliens was kind of like a in the 50s in film in the 50s that was like an allegory for communism. I think was like alien invasion, but to take that and to do it from the lens of like an ancient aliens that we find through archaeology, history of is very creative and interesting, I think. I saw Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull when I was in first grade, and I got my introduction to the action movie and thought we could get the next adventure. And now, 14, 15 long years later, we're almost there. Crystal Skull is my favorite because I like old Indy more than young Indy. Just the story in general is great, and I like how it's not a Christian artifact again, says Bryce Productions. Yeah, I do appreciate the, doing something different, while at the same time they tried to keep it tonally closer to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Michael Wilson says Sherd played Hitler in Last Crusade. Yep. Some of the merchandise in Lost World Jurassic Park was based off unused sequences, a hand glider sequence, and original ending. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, some of the merchandise. Okay. What kind of spin-off for you think is going to happen after Dial of Destiny? Well, the rumor is that we're going to get like a TV show, like a Disney Plus show, I should say, which is going to be based on Abner Ravenwood, maybe. And James Mangold said that he is going to be that Harrison Ford and Phoebe Waller-Bridge are not involved. Possibly their characters even are not involved. So that sort of strengthens that theory that it's going to be like a spin-off prequel focusing on Abner Ravenwood. I think a short round, limited series or whatever is a no-brainer and a grand slam. I mean, just think of the journey of Short Round. You know, maybe was seen as sort of an annoying character, but has really grown to be loved by fans. And the actor Jonathan Kyu Kwan has recently returned to acting and was in like a massive, massive movie last year, and is now in another Disney Plus show. Like it to me, it seems like a no brainer. Like he's one of the most beloved characters in the franchise, and one that like I would totally be okay with Short Round taking the fedora and becoming like the new Indiana Jones personally. I know they tried to do that with Mutt and it didn't really work, and maybe they're trying to do that with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and we'll see about that. But I think that Short Round would be like a great person to do that, and since the name Short Round maybe isn't quite as strong as Indiana Jones, you could just call it Raiders of the whatever, you know, or just Raiders. Anyways, I keep getting into it here. Maybe I should focus a little bit. Alright, and then here's interesting. So at what part during this chase scene do we actually get Indy going under the subway? Because he comes, he fights these guys, and then the next time that we see him, he's on the horse and he's being pursued by those guys. But I could possibly see this going right there. Alright, so I'll go with that for now. And, oh good. So that's almost everything except for this last scene, which is a Morocco bit here, and that's not going to take any editing at all. Oh, man, I'm especially excited to take all of this work and put it together with the previous leaks. And I think seeing all these things side by side will be really cool. What's this one? Alright. Okay. So let's save. So first I'm gonna do comprehensive. Cool. And now we'll do file, save project as, and we're gonna do trailer 1 chronological. Let me see if I put this right here. I'm not sure where that explosion goes, but let's take a quick look. Kind of works. Except there's a little artifact, and it's the wrong kind of artifact. There we go. I could possibly slow this down a little bit here. All right, we're on our way. All right, let me see what you guys are saying here. Actually, I'm gonna very quick little something here. Oh, I missed this. What is your favorite action set piece in each Indy film? Well, I mean, it's pretty much going to be the obvious chase scenes, I think. I mean, the truck chase from Raiders of the Lost Ark, although the flying wing fight and the Chachapoyan Temple are amazing. But yeah, truck chase. And then I think it has to be the minecart chase. I mean, that whole, 30-minute stretch of Temple of Doom is just, non-stop action. But I think we can break it down at least to the fight and the chase. So, I mean, it has to be the chase, I guess. And then it has to be the tank chase in Last Crusade. And... I guess the opening, when Indy's escaping from the Russians in the opening scene, I guess probably that would be the best from the fourth one. Although you do have, because I can't really go with the chase scene for that one. I mean, if you edited it down and chopped off a lot of the nonsense, maybe it's okay. But, alright, let's see. Yeah, man says... first Jack says, I hope we get an animated series on Indiana Jones, and it should take place in between Raiders and Crusade, and I'm in for a Disney Plus original series for Indiana Jones. Hells to the yeah, my friend. Hells to the yeah. And speaking of yeah, we have someone named Yeah Man. He says, a short round spin-off would be so great, yeah. Let me see. Michael Wilson says, in Temple of Doom, as Wuhan is shut, he says he followed Indy on many adventures, so maybe we could delve into some of those. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to see that. And I always thought it was peculiar how in the video game Emperor's Tomb, which is set in the same year, they present it as if Indy is meeting Wuhan for the first time. But I'd love to see him on many adventures with Indy. Alright. What do you think happened to Mutt? I think it would be the best if he was on an adventure with Indy and died. Maybe he could get a comic on that adventure and it'll show what happened. Damn, dark, dude. I mean, I understand that maybe the character's not super popular, but I don't really see them doing something quite like that. Well, they could, I guess. I mean, it would be similar to what they did with Henry Sr. because they basically said, oh, he's dead, even though the actor was still alive. But probably they didn't have much of a choice because Sean Connery just didn't want to do it, unfortunately, which is so lame, man. But yeah, it would be similar to that. Sean Connery, at least... Yeah, Henry Sr., at least, he was an old character, so it makes sense that he passed away. but it would be pretty brutal for them to do that to Mutt after they just introduced him in the last movie to like all these young fans and stuff. A lot of people have said like, oh, he's in. Even before the script was written, people were saying, oh, like Mutt's in Vietnam fighting. So that's kind of like the obvious thing that they might have him be involved in. Yeah, I'm not sure. Mutt's kind of an interesting one because I don't really care if he's not like part of the franchise anymore, but it would make me kind of sad if they just like killed him off. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, just like the character and the way that we met the character in certain things maybe could have been done better. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. All right. And that's why Indy retired before he came back in 5. Oh, is that the son died? Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, from Bryce. Nice. DL Channel says, I think he has the encounter with Kleber, gets in a fist fight, runs. Kleber fires his Luger pistol. Indy steals a horse. Kleber steals a police bike. Richters takes a car. Indy rides into the subway. Okay, so for you, the subway is after... which does make sense, although some of the other footage that we have is like there's a shot where Indy is on a horse and he jumps over or he goes through like the end of the parade, and then we have a shot where Indy on foot seems to be walking towards the subway, which is very similar to this shot that, and maybe it is this shot right here. We have the shot where Indy's kind of going to the subway here. But when I saw a leaked version of this shot, whatever this is, or if it's a different shot, he was like kind of running to get there. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe... Let me see, where did we put it? Alright, yeah, let's do that. Let's put the subway at the end. Alright, give me 1 second to take a bite of something and we'll answer these questions. So Jack says, I would love to see new comic books from Marvel on Indiana Jones and show what in between King of the Crystal Skull and Dial of Destiny, and Marvel do new updates of the original films. I love the Indiana Jones comics so much. When I first got into Indiana Jones, like 20 odd years ago, the comics were like one of the first and biggest things that I was into. I bought pretty much all of the comics that were in existence at that point. And that was back around like 2000 or so. So I got all the Marvel comics and all of the Dark Horse comics that existed at that time. And there have only been a few made since then, and I mostly have all of those also. Yeah, I really want there to be more Indiana Jones comic books, like, so bad. Yeah, I miss them a lot. Dark Horse especially had like some nice work, like Spear of Destiny and Iron Phoenix, and their plans for Lost Horizon. Really exciting stuff. Unfortunately, Lost Horizon didn't didn't get made, and then they pretty much stopped making the comics. Yeah, it's so weird. I thought that Marvel would have announced something by now. Yeah, so strange they haven't announced anything. And like they acquired Alien Predator, and they've been making comics of them like right away. So why haven't they been making any Indiana Jones ones? Lame. All right. When do you think we'll see the next trailer? Says, yeah, man. I think we'll get something for the Super Bowl. As for a full trailer, though, maybe March, I'm guessing. Bryce says, what was Sean Connery's role in Crystal Skull? And looks like Jack answered that. Originally, Sean Connery was going to return as Indy's dad in the original script for 84. Yeah, basically, I think... I never read it, but I think in one of the earlier scripts, like, his dad... Like, basically, his dad lives with him. Like, they live in the same house or something like that. And, you know, there's a wedding scene at the beginning of the film. It was not with Marion. It was a new love interest. But the girl runs away, which leads to the whole adventure of the film. So there was like a wedding that didn't happen at the beginning, and then the wedding happened at the end, which Sean Connery would have been in those scenes. And that's pretty much it. He doesn't like go on the adventure with Indy, based on what I know. Is it true that Short Round, Sallah, and Willie were supposed to be in the wedding? Yep. That's what we were just saying. It was supposed to be, Willie and Marion and Henry were there, and Short Round and Sallah were the ushers. And it was not Marion who was marrying Indy. It was a new love interest. Did you know there's a picture frame sitting in Indy's house in the background where Indy and Mutt are figuring out that the skull's in Indy? Let me see. Did you know that there's a picture in a frame sitting in Indy's house? Picture of Willie. Yes. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard there is a murder committed at the street parade, but no idea who or why. Mind you, at the same time, it was suggested that Helena was a newspaper reporter who was at the parade. There was a picture of, like, an ambulance and what looked like there was like a body on like a rack or something. But I want to say that it was debunked somehow. I don't remember what the deal was with that. I think Mangold is going to wait until before Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I think Marvel is going to wait until before Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Imagine an Indiana Jones Alien crossover comic. Dude, hell yeah, man. Or just re-edit King of the Crystal Skull to be that. Alright, so now let's kind of focus on this a little bit. Alright, I'm going to put all of this stuff together here, and then we're going to take a look at what we got. And I think I will put a little audio, little music under it too. I'll put this one in there for now. That seems good. Oh, I know. Let's put a little... Who is this man? That's fine. Alrighty. Let me see what you guys are saying. I think Marvel could be doing Die Hard comic books also because after Disney bought 20th Century Fox, it's one of my favorite action movies after Indiana Jones. Yeah, I used to love Die Hard. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. It's really crazy to think that Disney now technically owns Aliens, Predator, Tron, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Marvel, and Die Hard. Yeah. Hope the music for the trailer could be released on Spotify and you could listen to it. I think there's some people on YouTube who have like recreated it or something. Do you think Indy 5 will fail considering the recent reports of it falling behind Transformers and Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Yeah, I was sad to hear that. It seems to me like generally Indiana Jones films are like super popular like when they come out. Nobody cares about Indiana Jones at other times. So when the movie comes out, like they make like bank. And so hopefully it's going to be the case here. Again, there's been a lot of like ill will against it. Yeah, to be honest. So I'm hoping that it'll be good. But now it's time, my friends, to check out Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, the full trailer in chronological order, best I could. All right, here we go.
Get back. I miss the desert. I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe, it's how hard you believe it.
that was kind of a mess, musically. So maybe I should grab that music from the trailer. In April 2022, the actor who plays Short Round said he would absolutely return a new Indy movie, so maybe he's in Indy 5. So a few months ago at D23, there was this big thing where he saw Harrison Ford, and they had their picture together, and there was an article, he got interviewed, and he was talking about how he hadn't seen him in 25 years, 30, 40 years, whatever, and I think his heart is pounding as he's like, will he remember me, and stuff like that. And it made it seem really clear to me that he is not in Indiana Jones 5. So that's where I'm standing on that right now. Fun Trailer says, me neither. People just find reasons to hate everything these days. Yeah. Wow, that trailer looks cool. Great work. Indy 5. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, it's kind of a mess musically, and it's a little, because like things happen so fast. I could try to narrate through it a little bit. Maybe we'll try that in 1 second. Indy 5 is the only film I'm really excited about that's releasing this year, and I'm trying my best to stay optimistic about it. Jack says, I enjoyed it, and it's good, thank you. If Indy 5 keeps to its 30 June release, it will probably go straight to number 1, but it won't be there for long due to Mission Impossible on July 14th. Yeah, good point. Alright, so let's try, I'll narrate through this a little bit. So this is the opening scene, 1944, World War II. See Indy's captured. Explosions at the castle. But he is going to escape, make his way on board this train here, recover his gear. And then him and Toby face off with Thomas Kretschmann here. And then we skip forward to 69. Indy's a teacher, of course, this is his class. And then he goes to New York, and he's there at the Apollo parade, but he gets ambushed, and the villains try to get him, but he escapes thanks to a horse. And a few water bridges there. And then his old friend Sallah ropes him into a new adventure, and here he is in Morocco at this funny scene. Which leads into this chase. And then they go underwater diving, and then they go to this cave in Cefalù, in Sicily, I should say, do some exploring.
I don't believe in magic.
And then they get ready to do some time traveling, baby.
Seen things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe, it's how hard you believe it.
And then they travel to World War II again. So yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Ugh. Well, Jack says, I've been waiting for Indy 5 since after King of the Crystal Skull. This, a big movie I'm excited for. If Adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones. And Michael agrees. I do want to grab this.
Those days have come and gone. I miss the desert. I miss the desert. I miss the desert. I miss the desert. I miss the I miss the desert. I miss the sea. I miss the sea. And I miss waking up every morning. Wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
Alright, so that is a bit of solid dialogue there that I'm gonna slip in. And it's gonna go right here.
Those days are...
Oh, what's that? What just happened? Oh no, that's right. Oh. I'm going to switch these around. Alright. Let's see what you guys are saying. Jack says, I watched the trailer about 100 times and still enjoy it. The Indy 5 trailer does a phenomenal job at getting you excited for the adventure. Hell yeah. Hey, Stockton Fairy's here. What up, bud? take a look at it. So here's our opening World War II. And here's 69, Indy teaching. And here's New York.
I miss the sea, and I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us. Those days have come and gone. Perhaps not.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
Here's Morocco.
Get back.
Here's Fez. Under the Sea. And here's Sicily, Calvert. This all goes fast. And then I have them time traveling to World War II here.
But a few times in my life, I've seen things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe, it's how hard you believe it.
Oh, I forgot, I forgot to add our other little clip of our Helena. Fun Trailer says, if it fails or not, I think true fans will appreciate it and enjoy it no matter the problems or flaws it might have. And I'm excited either way, no matter what people think. Hell yeah, buddy. Hey, look at this. That's different, right? Maybe not. Yeah, there's one little clip right here. Let me see. Insert. There we go. I see, it got replaced with that. Alright, so that's one. How about this shot? What on earth am I even looking at here? So there is one. Trying to move music and things around and make it just sound a little nicer.
I don't believe in magic. But if you...
Oh yes, now we have a shot of Helena we need. Oh, that's different, huh? Very, very brief little moment here where we see like a train brakes being applied or something. I'll put it right in here. Now this is a shot of Morocco, which was not in the trailer, which was released a month ago.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
Here we go. Here's some good stuff that I missed. Alright. Okay, so here we do see an airplane. That's a lot of stuff that happens. Alright, and then we have... Oh, shoot. Man. So, I've got this issue with my keyboard, and all of a sudden it just decides that it doesn't want to connect. What? What's going on here? See, now it's doing some weird thing. Alright, let me, oh man. Sorry guys, something very strange is going on here. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so we know that it needs to be near the end. Alright, just bear with me here a moment. feel like that should be everything. All right. Oh man, what is going on here? Yeah, something very strange. There we go. Man. Ay, ay, ay. Oh no, what's this? What?
It's not so much what you believe, it's how hard you believe it.
Alright. Man, that is so weird. Something very strange going on. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have here. Shoot, I'm not gonna be able to do it full screen, am I? Alright, I'm gonna make it big as I can for you guys.
I miss the desert. I miss the sea. And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us. Those days have come and gone. Perhaps not.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
related.
Get back. I don't believe in magic. But a few times in my life, I've seen things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much What you believe is how hard you believe it.
Alrighty, so that is basically that's the whole trailer, including a few deleted things. Let me see what you guys have to say. Hello there. Oh yeah, Stockton Ferry basically was just saying I should add the D23 things that were cut, which I just did. Perfect. I enjoy your choice of music in the footage and use of both the trailer music, and I'm excited and I'm going to see it no matter what. Is that the same Bayer guy who says, "Who is this man?" in the back seat of the car in the new shot? Oh. Let me see. Let me see where I am here. So that guy. I don't think it is because he doesn't seem to have. Well, he does have a mustache, but it doesn't look like the same guy. And this guy's maybe wearing like a brown suit, whereas this guy's clearly wearing like a striped suit. So that's a no for me. Oh, shoot. What have I done? Alright. Sorry, my computer's starting to act up here. I'm going to have to call it quits kind of soon, but let's just wrap up all of the comments here. Let me see where I am. I think it could be him, or it could be Mads Mikkelsen character in the back. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I think it's Mads Mikkelsen. I don't think it's that guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You should upload the trailer when you get it all finished up. Yeah, I do intend to do that. I might just fiddle with the music a little more after I end the stream here. I have to restart my computer. I enjoyed the use of both trailer footage and leak footage. Yeah, and it's going to be even better when we get the all the leaked footage, like the leaked pictures and everything. Entertainment con perspective high, and it looks like the worst indie film and adventure. Aw. Alright, this guy he doesn't seem too thrilled about this movie. That's fine. Thanks for watching anyways. It's how hard you believe it. That's right. Alrighty. I guess we've been going for like 2 hours. Didn't get a huge turnout, but yeah, quite a few. We had up to like 14 people at one point. 6 of you are still here, so thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm gonna finish up the. We'll watch it one more time, and then we'll end the stream, and I'll have that uploaded hopefully within an hour or two here.
Can't be related.
Get back. I don't believe in magic. But a few times in my life, I've seen things. Things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe, it's how hard you believe it.
There we go. Oh yes. Okay. I enjoyed it. Have a great evening. Thank you very much. And goodbye. Enjoy your channel. Thank you, Jack. Great job on the edit, says the DL channel. Thank you. Chris says thanks for the live screen. Indie Nerd, always love your content. Joey says thanks for the stream. And Jack says thanks for the stream. And I enjoyed it. And seeing your version of the trailer. DL says thanks for streaming. Have a great rest of the evening. And great job on the trailer too. Joey says great trailer. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll get the final edit up tonight. And wish you all fortune and glory. Bye-bye now.